I have no
That's a
idea.
long visit.
Yeah,
That's wonderful.
I have no idea who that was.
Did someone in particular come to your mind at that moment?
Not really. I don't remember. I don't remember.
You know what?
Yeah, my mother and
Before you
father.
go to sleep tonight, ask your guardian angel. Say, who was that who visited me in the?
Who was that masked
I'm telling
butterfly?
you, you'll either have a dream of them, or their name will pop in your head, or you'll see them, or get some sort of sign even tomorrow, and you're going to say, "That's who it was."
Could be.
Those signs are all around us.
Yeah, there are 4 people who have passed in my life who are almost always in the back of my mind. So it was probably one of them. But I love that story because I just couldn't get him to get off my finger.
That is wonderful.
So, what was the hardest part of writing this book?
Well, I was actually the time frame. Because you have to
Being prodded, and
finding the time, because I was actually taking care of I'm blessed to be able to take care of my granddaughter every day.
Wow.
I'm blessed to have these days off too. I love my days off.
How old is she?
She'll be 2
Aww.
in next month in August. Madison, she's a doll, and but she was a little less than a year old, so. It was challenging. Luckily, she's a very good baby, and at that time she slept with 2 naps, one in the morning, one in the afternoon. So I actually used that time to do it. And then when I got home at night, worked a little bit. It was good. I found it enjoyable. Like here's something because there's a quote for every picture.
I see that, yes.
Well, I actually had quotes from Leonardo da Vinci, Helen Keller, Maya Angelou. I had quotes from many, many different authors and artists, and very old ones, very current. And I started writing publishers and organizations to get permission to put in my book. And some I got, oh yes, absolutely. Just make sure you quote us. It's not a problem. Well, some of them, no. I said, okay. And I got a message that, because it was more time-consuming and frustrating doing that part of work than writing the book. And I says, and I had gotten a message from someone, use your own quotes. Oh, okay. So what I did, I scratched them all off, and I took the paper copy that I had, went in my bedroom, put on soft music, looked at each work, meditated, looked at each picture, and the quotes just came.
Now, when you quote famous people, that's really the public domain.
It depends on the year that it was published.
I think if they're still alive, maybe.
No, even if they're passed.
If they're passed, I think that it's not a problem.
Oh, no, it's even still, you still have to.
Really?
Yeah, there's a certain years, I forget how many years, and each country from what I was trying to get something from Scotland and England, and I mentioned what I know of public domain here in the United States, and they said, well, that's only the United States, theirs is different. So each country is different also, which is good to know.
Yeah, it is good to know, that's for sure.
Yeah, so, but it was interesting doing, but I like that I was able to do it myself then.
Now, did you self-publish?
I did.
Yeah.
I did. I wanted to go the traditional route, going a traditional publisher, and I had an agent, lined up because I spoke with her. We talked about details, and while I was working on the end of the book, and we talked about details, and then someone mentioned to me about self-publishing. I said, I don't know, I think I really want to go the traditional route. Well, it could be years, and so that's okay. But then someone else told me, do the self-publishing. Then someone gave me this name of the publisher that I used, and then I heard it again. Okay, to me, when you hear things over and over, that's a message. Listen. And I realized me wanting to go through the traditional route was my ego being, getting in the way, that it was worthy.
I know, yeah,
So
I know.
so I chose not to go that route, and I went with Create Space.
Yes, yeah.
Very wonderful company. They're very helpful. I loved them.
Most people I know who've done Create Space really like it. And the next book I do, I think I'm going to try Create Space.
Very
now,
helpful.
You kept getting these messages in the beginning to get this book out there because you were going to touch a lot of people. Can you think of some messages you've gotten back from people who've read the book and
I have this one
share that?
woman that I met at a farmer's market, and I was talking to her because the farmer's market was in a parking lot in Port Jeff, and my book is in the store right close by. And I was talking to her, and we got to talking spiritual talk. She was telling me about her brother who passed. I told her about Kiana who passed. And then I was telling her about the book, and she was interested, and she bought it from me. And turns out, everything. The date on the inside of the book is the date that her brother passed. She keeps this book by her bedside, she tells me. And when she is starting to feel down and all, she actually just opens. She doesn't look for any particular picture. She just opens and reads whatever comes to her. And she says it brings her comfort immediately. And I'm so thrilled about that.
Oh, sure.
Sure. And other people have told me that they get tears in their eyes. And it's not only my story, because everyone's story is important.
Oh, yeah.
And it may be something in just a little paragraph or one little sentence that resonates with someone because of their story.
Have you thought of, maybe you do it, have you thought of a blog or a website or a newsletter where you encourage people who read the book to send in their stories? That'd be a great thing to do.
It's funny, I love you. Because here's another sign. I've been told that I'm going to do that. Yeah. And here you're telling me, because to the wayside it went to the wayside.
It's in the air.
Yes, it is, dear. Okay, I'm going to do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not too difficult to do a blog.
No.
I'll talk to you about it later.
Yeah, that would be, I would love to do that.
And, advertise it. You're going to have to send emails out to your friends to get it started, just to let people know that it's there, put it on your website, on your Facebook page, blah, 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 blah. And encourage them, because people really, it's so, I think, therapeutic for people to be able to tell these stories. When you, as you well know, when you lose somebody who you really love, you want to make contact. You want to keep that something going of them.
Well, and sometimes some people have these stories, but they're afraid to tell them because they're afraid of being judged.
Yeah, this is a wonderful vehicle to do this, and we're out of time. Could you believe that? It was great to have you on, Diane.
Oh, thank you so much.